Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 84 of UFLI. We're going to be focusing on the long A sound, spelt with vowel teams AI and AY. We are going to do day 1 today. Here are 5 steps that we are going to go through. We're going to start with our phonemic awareness, our visual drill, our auditory drill, our blending drill, and then ending with our new concept. Okay, starting off with our phonemic awareness, I'm going to start by tapping a word, and I want you to blend it together. A, may, sway, sway, wait, wait, stain. Good. Now I'm going to say a word. I want you to repeat the word and then tap it out, please. The word is pay. Say pay. Tap. P-A. Pay. Good. Now let's do gray. Say gray. 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 The next word is braid. Say braid. 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 Last one is going to be grain. Say grain. Tap grain. 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 Beautiful. That leads us to cha-ching. Okay, next is going to be our visual drill. This is where we tell everybody the sound that those letters make. So for example, this one is A spells A spells A. IR spells UR spells ER spells OR spells OR spells ORE spells OR, AR spells R, Y spells Y spells I, Y spells E, DGE spells G spells G spells J, TCH spells ch, CH spells ch, C spells k, C spells s, A spells A spells A, I spells I spells I, O spells ah, O spells O, E spells E spells E, U spells U spells U spells ooh. NK spells nk, NG spells ng, and that leads us to cha-ching. Now we are going to get ready for our auditory drill. If you have a whiteboard and marker, that would work best, but if you have a paper pencil, that also works. And if you don't have either of those, you can always just use your finger and write on the table in front of you. I'm going to say a sound, and I would like you to write the letters that represent that sound. The first sound that we're going to write is Say The sound is Write the letters that represent the sound If you need some more time, pause the video. And here, if your board or your table looks like mine, your paper, you are correct. Go ahead, erase. The next sound I would like you to write is or. Say or. Please write the letter or letters that spell the sound or. If your board looks like mine, you are correct. Go ahead, erase. The next sound, will you please spell the sound R? If your board looks like mine, you are correct. The next sound is going to be E, the long E sound. And if your board or paper looks like mine, you are correct. Next, will you please spell the long I sound? Write the letter or letters that spell I. And if your board looks like mine, you are correct. And now remember, Y spells I at the end of a one-syllable word. Good, let's move on. We have two more sounds. The next sound is going to be J, J. Please spell the letter or letters that spell the sound J. Now, in my class, if you wrote this, you are correct. However, if you wrote GE, you are more correct. Erase, erase. Last one. Will you please spell the sound ch, ch? The letter or letters that spell the sound ch. If your board looks like mine, you are correct. That leads us to cha-ching. We're moving on to step 4. We only have 2 left, okay? Step 4 is our blending drill. All we're doing is tapping out those words and figuring out what the word is. Okay, so let's practice with this word right here. Wish, wish. Beautiful. Next word is squirt, squirt. Skirt, skirt. Remember that IR spells Next one is shirt, shirt. Short, short. Sort, sort. Port, port. Art, part. Art, mart. At, mat. Ast, mast. Most, most. This is our long vowel long VCC word, so it's a little tricky. Mas, mas. Mas, mas. Is. Mosses, mosses. Boss, boss. Is. Bosses, bosses. Boss, boss. Bog, bog. Bag, bag. Bang, bang. Bangs, bangs. Cha-ching. Last step for today is we are going to be talking about our new concept. So, we have this sound. It spells A. The sound is A, as in acorn. And we already have learned this sound before with our A consonant E spelling, with the bossy E telling the A to say its name. So this word on the board on the screen is going to be ache, cake. That bossy E tells the A to spell A. Okay, then we also have learned with open syllables, the vowels spell the long vowel sounds. So for example, in the word baby here, the A is that A is a part of an open syllable, so A spells A in that word as well. Now we're going to talk about what's called a vowel team. A vowel team is 2 or more letters that work together to make one sound, and they are always vowels for vowel teams. AI is going to be our first vowel team that we're talking about, and AI spells A. AI spells A in the middle of a word, like in the word bait or in the word male. Do you see how the AI is in the middle of those words? And AI spells A in those words. AI can also come at the beginning of some words, like in the word aim and aid. Okay? Aid is kind of like giving help to someone. Do you see how those AIs are at the beginning of those words? And AI spells A in those words as well. The next vowel team that we have and last one that we're going to be talking about today is AY. AY also spells A, and that's going to only come at the end of words, like in the word may and say. Okay, so we have those two different spellings. AI comes at the beginning or the middle. AY comes at the end. So now we have 4 different ways to spell the A sound. We are going to read some words. Read this, tap them with me. A-N, rain. Now tell me, where is the A sound in that word? If you said it was in the middle of the word, you are absolutely correct. And notice that it's spelled with the AI vowel team because it's in the middle of a word. Next, please tap this one. Say. AY comes at the end of the word, and that one spells A as well. This word is a little tricky because it has that schwa sound at the beginning, but that first sound is and then a, way, away, away. That AY is at the end, so that A sound is at the end of the word, away. Go ahead and tap this word for me. Wait, wait. Paint, paint. Notice the A sounds are in the middle of those words, so they're spelled with AI. Last one is way. At the end of a word, AY. If you want to read these words on your own, that would be awesome. You can read them out loud or in your head. Tap this one for me. Play. This one's a little tricky because it's more than one syllable, but it's sun, day, Sunday, Sunday. Okay, now we're going to spell some words. Will you please grab that paper again? And I would like you to write these words out. Before we write, but we're going to tap. The first word I want you to write is going to be may. Tap that word. May. How many sounds were in that word? Let's try it again. May. I counted 2 sounds. So before we write anything, I just want you to draw 2 lines on your board. 1 line for every sound that we have. Now, if we tap that word again, think about what that first sound is. May. That first sound was What letter spells If you wrote M, you are correct. M spells The last sound in that word is A. We just learned that new spelling. A. A can be spelled 2 different ways with our vowel teams. Where in this word is that A sound? It's coming at the end of the word, right? So at the end of the word, think back to what we just learned. A is spelled with an A-Y. So the word is may. Go ahead and rewrite that word all together. May. Good job. Go ahead and erase your boards. And let's write the next word. The next word is going to be trail. Listen. Trail. Trail. Can we tap that, please? T-er-ale. Trail. T-er-ale. Trail. Good. Okay, how many sounds were in that word? Ale, trail. I counted 4 sounds, so I'm going to draw 4 lines on my board to represent each sound that I have. You might be able to do this faster than what I'm doing, and that's totally okay. But that first sound was t, t. If you wrote a T for that sound, you are awesome. The next sound was t, tr, tr. Now the next sound is a, tr, a. Now we have learned a new vowel team to spell A. In the middle of a word, A is spelt with an A-I. Tray. And then the last sound is O. Trail. Trail. Good. Now, if you want to rewrite that word all next together, that would be awesome. Trail. Go ahead and underline that new AI to remind us that's our new concept for today. Trail. Okay, go ahead and erase your boards. Next, I'm going to have you write these words, and you can check your work with my board here in a moment. The next word I want you to spell is say. Say. If you need some help, let's tap it out. Say. When you're writing this word, think about where is that A sound happening. Is it in the middle, the beginning, at the end? Say. I'll show you my board here in a moment. The next word I would like you to write is stain. Stain. If you need some help, tap that word. Stain. Stain. Where is that A sound coming? The next word is going to be way. 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 Again, where is that A sound coming in that word? And our last word that we're going to spell today, and then I'll show you my board, is waste. 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 Okay, pause the video if you're not done yet. I'm going to show you my board. Did you get these correct? If you did, that's absolutely awesome. And that comes to the end of our lesson for today. Just a quick reminder. Let me back up here. We have some new ways to spell that A sound. AI comes in the middle, AY comes at the end. Okay, stay tuned for day 2 coming up next.